Chris.
Yep.
Apparently, we left everyone hanging there because we had to wait till the next morning and show, is it going to run?
Yep.
But that video we uploaded and it went out that day, and that's why we couldn't.
No.
So the very next morning, will it run? I'll tell you what, you better show as well that it is cold, no temperature movement. Oh, they both do move up a little bit when you turn the key.
Right, what do you reckon?
Yeah,
little bit.
It was a little bit,
But
do you know? It starts.
it runs, mate.
Do you know what I'm going to say? Before I put this back together, have a quick look with me. I'll tell you what I'm thinking, and I think you'll probably agree with me as well. They're a bit of a nightmare to get to. I'll get you to hold that bonnet. The glow plugs are right down under here, but why the front end's off it? Shall I go and get a service kit for it and chuck a set of plugs in it, glow plugs?
Well, he's probably never ever had any, has he, in his life?
And I'm halfway there.
What's it, 92,000 miles? So, I guess so. Winter's coming.
I'm halfway there, aren't I?
Yeah, do that, Rob.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Set of glow plugs.
Yeah, like
oil.
you say, it's easier, isn't it?
Yeah, new diesel filter, oil, air filter, do the whole lot and then piece this one back together.
Yeah.
It is quite a lot of work to get to them, a lot's got to come off, but yeah, it runs, mate. Give it a little rev. Sounds lovely.
Yeah.
Sounds absolutely bang on.
Nothing wrong with that engine.
Go on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, this is a bit of a catch-22 as well. It's going to take me a good hour to get to them injectors, the glow plugs rather.
Yep.
Do I let this engine get really hot so that they're easier to get out?
I don't know about
am I going to end up burning myself?
Yeah, I mean,
just go
definitely
for
if you're
it.
dropping the oil, you want it warm.
Yeah.
But it's not. Mind you, time you've stripped all that off to get to them glow plugs, it would have cooled down a bit anyway. So.
I'll worry about that after, and I'll get the glow plugs done.
Yeah.
Right, let's crack on then, mate.
All right, mate.
So a fair bit of work here to actually get to it, and I've decided just 2 pipes, I might as well move that radiator completely out of the way. So I took the radiator out, and then you've got just 2 13s in the front of the alternator. You've got a 13mm bolt holding the live on the back of the alternator, and 1 little electrical plug. So very, very easy to get out. In fact, all you need is a 13mm spanner, and you can remove the alternator. Of course, I had to let the tension out of the belt and remove the belt as well. And then I've just removed a few other water pipes and just pushed everything completely out of the way. Let's take a look. I'm glad I got in here, guys, actually, and got a little bit more in depth, because check this out. Look at all that muck. And in particular, I've been storing stuff inside the van here. That alternator on the back half of it that you couldn't get to, look at all of that, and it's going to affect it in the end, isn't it? So I shall get all that cleaned off with some brake cleaner, but it has now exposed the first and the second heater plug, so fingers crossed they're going to be alright. I can see that the loom plugs in just here, hopefully you see that. Yeah, you can see that. And then obviously the heater plugs, but the other 2 are hidden underneath the inlet manifold here and the EGR pipe. So I'll remove the EGR pipe, and I think, do you know what, I'm going to remove the inlet manifold as well. I think, in fact, I'm saying I'm going to remove it. I don't think you have a choice. I think you've got to remove it to get to those other 2 heater plugs. So let's continue on. It's not going to fix itself. Do you know what? When you see where they are, you just assume it. I mean, it is a lot of work. Of course it is. It's a lot of work to get everything out of the way to get to them, but it's actually going all right. And you see I've got one out there, the second one out straight away. Then you've just got 3 10mm on that inlet. You've got 2 8mm on the water pipe behind it. And once I got them out of the way, It was actually really easy. The other two was exposed and I managed to get them out as well. It does look like they're the original ones. They've got fooled, I'll show you now. Right, Johnny, fair bit of work, but...
Yeah, they're buried in there, aren't they?
They are buried, but if you have a look at these as well, I've picked the dirtiest one up, haven't I? Typical. So that's the one out of number 1 there. And can you see what that says on it? Ford Motor Company.
Yeah,
they have never been changed. So there's the new ones. Bit of bish bash bosh. EGR's not that clogged up. Well, it's not clogged up actually.
Wants a bit of a clean off.
It does want to clean off. Got some brake cleaner there.
Looking at that, on that paperwork that we mentioned in the previous video, it said that it had that
diesel
high pressure pump
yeah.
regulator replaced. Nothing's been apart there ever, has it? Nothing's
yeah.
been touched.
Oh no,
has it?
No, definitely not. But none of that EGR system's been apart.
No.
But the diesel pump, you can see it's covered in muck.
Yeah, that's
no one's been there.
No one's been there, have they?
And even all this, you'd have cleaned all this off. And like I showed the alternator earlier, the alternator's filthy.
Yeah, so I'm going to, you know, throw it at it. They've charged for doing it, but all they've done is put the fuel filter in. Mind you, not checked that. They might not have even done that.
No,
I just said they had, but
said it was expanded. But I've got a new fuel filter for it. Down here, Chris, in the box.
Good.
I've got 4 glow plugs, air filter, oil filter, fuel filter, and 11 litres of oil.
Yeah, they hold a fair old bit of oil, don't they?
So, mate, I guess it's a continuation of me just putting this one back together. But I'm glad that I took it apart because we now know that ain't been touched in there. But we know that weren't the issue anyway. And you can see that EGR system is pretty clean. So, right, I guess then, mate.
Put the new ones in.
Get the new ones in and it's done then, isn't it? Let's get it back together. The one thing I didn't mention is they're actually just 10 mils, the glow plugs to put in. You don't need any special tools. All you'll need is a long reach 10 mil socket. Once I got all 4 of those back in, I plugged them in one at a time as I was going so that you don't forget, because you don't want to put the inlet manifold back on and realise that you haven't plugged it in. So once they was in, back on with that inlet manifold and that water pipe. So the 2 8 mils, the 3 10 mils, and then I can put the alternator back on, the 2 13s in the front, the 13 mil live and the little electrical plug. Right, back to square one, I reckon. When I say square one, I mean it's all back now to exactly the same position, apart from the radiator, to what we was this morning before I started it. Now it's got 4 new glow plugs in there. It's definitely got more of a chance with them, hasn't it? Because they've never been changed. Done 90-something thousand. It's, 6 years old, same glow plugs. Look really burnt, but that is what they do. They get hot, don't they, to glow it up. Anyway, I think I'm going to fit the radiator, then we'll flick the key. I don't think we're going to have any problems. It's going to fire straight up, and then we can continue the process of, I guess, putting it back together. I've got some coolant knocked up there now because last time we just put water in it. Of course, this time it's going to want coolant because, fingers crossed, it's not going to come apart again. Also, the oil, I do want to run it up, do the oil and filter. Shall I do it before I put the front bumper on? I don't know. I don't know what way around we're going to do it yet, but I'm quite happy with how all that went. And if I'm honest, it wasn't difficult. I thought it was going to be. It did look a pain because you had to take the inlet off, had to take the EGR pipe off, you had to take the little thermostat housing off at the back there. But basically, it really wasn't that hard once I did get going. All 8 and 10 mils. Anyway, let's carry on. Let's get it back together. Try and get it all back together and get it fired up. So back in with the radiator, you just got 2 hoses on there, and the little tiny one I took off of the purge pump, put that back on, and then put some coolant in it, and I went and got the front panel out the back. All that holds this front panel on is 10 mils. So it hooks onto the top of the radiator, the dowels there, and then you've got load of little 10 mils all the way around it. I'll put it all back on its original marks, and it holds the radiator, holds everything still, and then it is just the bumper and headlights that need to go on after we're happy with it. Right then. 4 new glow plugs and somewhat put back together. Well, I'll say somewhat, it's just the front bumper grille and the 2 headlights missing. I thought that was Chris coming out then. Will it start straight up? I'm not even going to attempt to give it 2 glows or wait this time. Fuel low, 44 miles. There you are. Did that start any quicker than last time though? Oh, I don't know. I don't think so, maybe. I know we said it last time, but there ain't nothing wrong with that engine. Listen to it. In fact, I would say it's very, very quiet. Very quiet. Do you know what? Let's let that get up to temperature. Do I do a service on it? I don't know. I don't know what way round to do it. Let's get this van put back together and then let's service it. There's no harm in putting it back together now, is there? It's on the button. Let's just double try it again. Double check it. That starts exactly like any transit van, any van should. I am going to run up and get some more diesel for it though. It is really getting low now, and we don't want to take any chances with it, do we? But I, for one, am made up. Let's get it back together. Honestly, these are so easy to put together and take apart. You stick the bumper on complete with a grille. There's 2 bolts that go behind the number plate. There's 2 10s, one each side on the wheel arches, and then you've got a couple of 10s at the top, and then all push fits. The headlights clip in, and there's just 2 bolts in them, obviously on the top, and then 2 in the other side, and then that is it, all back together. You just put the number plate on with 2 Phillips screws, and then bang the front wheel arches on. That's the front end completely back together. I just very nearly said back to exactly how it was when it arrived, but it isn't, because it wasn't running when it arrived, guys, was it? I was going to run down the garage, get some diesel, because it is really low. I know I've said it quite a few times now, but it is showing 42 miles. I'm just going to check to see if it's got an MOT, and if it has, I'm going to chuck the tray plates in it, and I'm going to run it down to the garage and actually put some diesel in it. But that is it, all back together and good to move on to the next stage. Let's whip down. Let's just double check that it's got some MOT first. So to check anything on your vehicle, including the mileage and your MOT history, you can check it out using Car Vertical. Now, full transit, 2 owners found on this one. Overview. It's got the vehicle score there. This vehicle scored 86 out of 100. This suggests a clean history, good condition and strong buying potential. You got your theft there, is all clear in green. Your mileage is all okay. You got your financial and legal there. You're damaged. This one, again, is all okay. If it wasn't, it'd be highlighted in yellow. Natural disasters, market values, emissions and taxes. This one is quite high on the road tax, so there'll be a bit of a warning there for it. And then ownerships, and the bit I want to go to is actually the timeline. On the timeline on these checks, it tells you all of the history of the vehicle. So the date that it was registered in the UK, all of the MOT history. This one has got quite a bad MOT history in the fact that it's failed quite a lot on various little bits and bobs each year. Now, on the most recent one there, it says 05-2025 was inspected. So we know that that MOT is current until 05-26. On that particular MOT, there's some advisories there for an oil leak, but not excessive. And I did see that it did have some oil on the sump. Body not fully secured, that would be due to the damage that's on that Luton body, and the offside inner rear brake pads are wearing thin. I want to thank Car Vertical for the continued support on the channel. To benefit from a nice little discount off your check, use that code that's been displayed up on screen throughout this check, or hit the link in the description where it will automatically divert you to Car Vertical and include that discount. Right, we're all MOT, let's get it out there, we're all MOT, don't we? So let's chuck the tray plates in it, run it down the garage and put some diesel in it, see what it drives like. Well, I run it down the garage and it drives absolutely lovely, you'll be pleased to know. But as soon as I got back, I made a start on the service. Now it's nice and warmed up. I wanted to drop the oil straight away. And Chris is working underneath. I'm not going to quite tell you what he's doing under there at the moment, but I'm just taking the sump plug out, going to dump the oil into the oil tray. Once that's out, new seal on there, sump plug back in, and then onto the air filter and the oil filter. I left the air filters out there for a little while so you could see just how mucky it was, and apparently this had recently been serviced. Let's see how annoying this new Camry that we got that's forward and rear facing. So all serviced, 11 litres of oil. I still can't believe how much oil this holds. Very, very simple engine to service as well. Yeah, oil filter. I've done the air filter. The air filter is a bit of a pain to get to, but you have just got the two clips on the front. You undo this flat ended, you actually pop this pipe out and you can move it right out the way, and then just slide the lid of the airbox out. The diesel filter I've still got to do. That's there, and it comes as a whole cartridge, a whole cassette, which is lovely, but it does go right up underneath the fuel tank there. But at the moment, Chris is busy under there. What are you up to under there, mate?
It's top secret, Rob. I can't tell you. It'll
No,
spoil the video, mate.
It will spoil the video a little bit, won't it? But there's an exciting part to come. But inside the Luton bed, you couldn't see all this before because we never got in the back of it. Look at all that. That's, just to change the subject, that's what I blew out of that EGR pipe in the back here with some brake cleaner. But it's quite substantially damaged. You can see up there in the corner, up there in that corner as well, and then all the way along. Look how bad that section is there. Actually, all separated there. I'm not trying to justify it. It's you guys know what's going on. You know what's happening, don't you? And Chris is already under there, prepping us ready for it. So we'll let him carry on, get to a point, and the next time you see it, hopefully we're going to be doing the exciting bit. So with the diesel filter in my hand, you can see there is a can there with diesel in it, some clean new diesel. And what I've actually thought I was doing was filling up the diesel filter and putting it in there, but it doesn't quite work like that, and you can't fill any diesel into this filter. So what I did do is put the new filter in, I undone the drain, and I primed it a fair few times to get the diesel through and push any air out.
All right.
That's how you hit a bridge properly.
I'm glad I got all the bolts out.
Look at that ginormous box. Done. That is how you do it. You found it.
Got it. I knew where it was.
So that was wedged between the fuel tank
and the chassis.
And the chassis.
But
so
it fell in the top. I couldn't get it.
You got it now, mate. So much in this video. I think you would agree. You got a lot for your money in this one, definitely. There's a lot going on, and it's been really, really good to make this video. Of course, now I'm down at the Quay Street car wash, and I want to get this truck cleaned inside and out, and I also want to get all of the chassis completely clean. You all know why, but we still haven't said it. I guess once they're finished, let's go back to the yard and we'll explain exactly what we're going to do to this truck and how you could maybe help. I think we kind of give it away in the first video what we was up to.
Probably, Rob.
But, of course, we are in the market for now a recovery body. This has cleaned up really nice.
Yeah.
We run it down to Reclamet, of course, and had that box removed off the back of it. Chris undone all of the bolts earlier and then done them all back up again, just to make sure that it was all going to be very, very quick to do. But what a lovely base,
yeah,
for a nice recovery truck, mate.
Perfect length, isn't it?
It is, and also, look how lovely it is genuinely very nice.
Yep.
And Chris was saying earlier, even like all the side marker light wires,
yep,
all the plugs, they're all still there, and
yep,
they're all going to work perfect. The isolation switch inside all comes through this gland here, and we've got a live wrapped up inside
and
there,
an earth,
and an earth, which is perfect for the winch.
Yeah,
it's already got twin batteries on it.
Yep.
We're halfway there.
Yep.
But Chris keeps saying about that back window's ginormous.
It's big, isn't it? But doesn't it look good? Perfect for recovery.
It is, but I'm sure that is bigger than the earlier ones.
It is. It's a fair old bit of glass, isn't it?
Yeah. But mate,
nice.
Cleaned up. Wants a wheel refurb.
Yeah,
definitely.
They always do, don't they?
Yeah, definitely. And the spring hangers all want painting up. Apart from that,
yeah.
I mean, I could get carried away and say it all wants colour coding, but I think it'd be quite nice. And I just had a quick in and out. Have a look in here.
Yeah.
It's not been abused, has it, this
That's
truck?
the thing, isn't it? When they're like a Luton like that, they don't work as hard as an old truck does.
No, all the floors all lovely in it.
It is. It's good, yeah.
We're there, mate.
Nice.
We can remove that now.
Yeah.
It is no longer 3.2 metres high. But yes, one tidy transit chassis cab.
Yep. Just need a body for it, Rob.
We just need a body. I mean, I have started having a little look around, but if there is any companies out there want to reach out to us, sales, sruk@gmail.com, and we'll talk through a deal. And I believe, Chris, you don't order a body for these, you drop them off. That's what the guy was saying. You drop it off and they build it on the truck.
I guess because there's so many variants, isn't there, and specs and things, they couldn't have enough bodies, could they?
No.
So I guess that's for that very reason. But
right, mate.
All right.
We'll have to leave it there for a minute. I really enjoyed making that video, and I love going down to Reclamet and seeing that great big hand grab that box off the back. That was quite exciting, Chris, wasn't it?
Yes, yes, mate.
Let us know what you think about the... What was it? What is that? It's not mirror imaging, is it? But the two-way screen recording, where it it actually records us while we're recording something. If you want to see a bit more of that, if you think that worked out quite well, of course we always love to hear your thoughts, and we're trying to use that a bit more. But like I said, it's going to be a recovery truck. We are going to leave it there today. That's going to be the end of today's video. If you did enjoy it, of course, we'd appreciate that thumbs up. Drop your comments and your thoughts in the comment section down below. What I will just say quickly is we're probably looking for more like a brand new body for it than a second-hand one, because they do build them on the back of the truck. So they're kind of specific for that particular vehicle, aren't they?
Yeah, there's lots, like we just said, there's quite a few variants, I think, with the wheelbase and the axle position and what have you. And we want a real lightweight one, don't we?
Yeah, as lightweight as possible, so aluminium body. Anyway, I won't waffle on any longer. We do hope that you did enjoy it. Don't forget, like, subscribe, share, and if you've got a vehicle you want to sell us, you can reach out, sales, sruk@gmail.com. Of course, if you want to sell us one of your vehicles, or you want to purchase one of your... if you want to purchase one of our vehicles, you'll need to be following us on Instagram @Salvage Rebuilds. We'll see you all next week in the next one.